As hunters and outdoorsmen, we get to see things that most people never see.
Whether you're from upstate New York or Mississippi or Ohio or Pennsylvania, there's one tie that binds. The activity and engaging in that activity of waterfowl hunting. And above all, you have an appreciation for the resource. Waterfowl hunters are a special breed of crazy.
I mean, I go to bed at night thinking of patterns I'm going to draw and decoys I'm going to make. I'm not into mint condition decoys. That don't matter to me. I like the old warriors. The ones that I know that have seen the water, been hunted. It's an obsession with me.
Get him.
Ducks Unlimited Television is presented by Drake Waterfowl Systems, innovators in waterfowl hunting.
Welcome to another fast-paced installment of Ducks Unlimited TV. I'm Ashley Ward. In this episode, longtime DU volunteer and expert decoy carver Tom Humberstone takes our crew on an adventure on the fabled St. Lawrence River in New York State. Tom carries on the waterfowling traditions of the past while helping to preserve its future. A powerful cold front had just hit, sending ducks south from Ontario. A mixed bag of waterfowl species awaits on every turn of this magnificent river. Right now on DU TV.
I've been on this lake since I was a little boy. Father came up here in the 30s, and I remember at 4 years old standing on the yellow cabin, him trying to sneak out fishing. You can see there's nothing going on here. I mean, it's still country up here, and the people are working people. This is me.
I think that historically this was a tremendous waterfowling area, and you go back into the days of, you know, the great industrialists that came out from New York, had summer cabins here, had hunting camps here, and it was always a very important place in the history of waterfowling. And it goes back, you know, men like Tom and a generation before them are ties to the market gunners that carved their own decoys, that did it by necessity.
Decoy carving was not considered an art form. It was considered part of your toolbox. If you were going to be successful in this culture, you either needed to know how to create and carve these birds yourself or become friends with somebody who did. Over the very recent years, the waterfowl industry has just exploded from a standpoint of evolution. People have gotten so innovative. Some of these decoys nowadays look like they're going to get up and fly away out of your flock.
You know, you always see a mallard decoy with the blue speculum sticking out, and I think when you look at the carved decoys, I'm not an art student by any stretch of the imagination, but I think that they're more impressionistic. They're made to look like a duck from far away, and they emphasize the important parts.
When you can add a legacy component, when you can add a historical component, something where you're just out of sheer respect for those that came before you, when you can add that component, It just absolutely does not get any better.
Ducks Unlimited Television is presented by Drake Waterfowl Systems, innovators in waterfowl hunting. Mossy Oak Shadow Grass Blades, the official camo of Ducks Unlimited. Browning Firearms, the best there is. And by Ducks Unlimited's Ducks Expo at Texas Motor Speedway, celebrating everything outdoors.
Most people would think getting out of bed at 0400 to go get in a boat, to go out on a lake when it's blowing 20 knots, that's not something you really relish.
So even though it's November, the temperatures really dropped. We got our first winter storm a couple days ago. That brought some really cold temperatures. So we went from, lows in the 40s to lows in the high teens. And, this is pretty big water that we're dealing with. So we've done our best to, make sure we know where we're going, we're out of the wind, we're taking the best routes to, keep ourselves safe. You really have to go out, not only find the A spot, but a B and a C spot, because there might be somebody hungrier than you that day, or you might run into an issue at the launch, kind of like we did this morning, where there's a battery dead and we had to jump the battery and it takes you an extra 20 minutes and you get to your spot a little late. Always important to find not only some ducks to hunt, but have a plan B and even a C spot out here.
Right in front, Tom.
Yep. Coming back 12 o'clock well, 12 o'clock well.
Here they come.
Here we go. Let's go, boys. Ho ho! If you know much about carved decoys, about wooden decoys in the history, you'll know that there are very different styles as you go into different parts of the country. The most notable feature of Tom's decoys are a high head that are unique to this part of the world, and it looks very much like an alert decoy, but I think on diving ducks they've done it for visibility so that birds can find these taller decoys in the waves.
The neat thing about collecting old decoys is every region has a different take on decoys. And all along this river were pockets of people that carved decoys. The old timers made and painted the decoys what they saw. It wasn't like it had to be perfect.
I typically throw out my plastic decoys and they go to work for me, but I don't have a relationship with them. And it's a strange thing to imagine, but I see the sparkle in Tom's eye when he sees those decoys get in the water.
And I did some deckers early on, but I didn't like it. I wanted to make hunting decoys.
You wanted to make decoys to hunt because you loved hunting.
I loved hunting.
Makes you feel good when they're hunted over, because that's what you intended them to do, be used as functional decoys.
These are coming back at us, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about duck hunting, but it sucks you in absolutely like nothing else. Like there's never been anything else in the outdoors that has captivated me like duck hunting.
No, me either.
Those are bluebill. Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, that always makes a hunt memorable.
The northeastern United States is home to many famous waterfowling destinations. A target species for duck hunters in the east, and of course around the country, is the mallard. While mallard breeding populations have been doing well overall in North America, declining numbers in the Northeast are a real problem. Eastern United States mallard numbers have steadily fallen since 1998, leading to mallard limits decreasing last season from 4 to 2 in response to the problem. Waterfowl managers in the region are also moving away from using the mallard population as the sole basis for duck bag limits. Hunting regulations for eastern U.S. mallards will now be determined like other species currently below their population objectives, like the pintail and the scaup. The first step in reversing the eastern mallard population decline is pinpointing the cause. That's still undergoing rigorous scientific investigation using banding data and population survival and production rates to determine the problem. Ducks Unlimited is committed to implementing strategies through habitat restoration designed to stabilize and increase the eastern mallard population. For more information on the eastern mallard, visit ducks.org.
DU Insights is brought to you by Mossy Oak Properties. Find your favorite place at mossyoakproperties.com. DUTV is powered by Browning Ammunition, the best there is. Mossy Oak Properties, America's land specialist. Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. And Plano Synergy and Zinc Calls, a champion in every call.
You know, I'm 73, I'll be 74. I'm kind of winding down. But I still love making decoys. I can come out in the shop every day. And when I don't, I feel like I've missed something. My problem is I just love making decoys. So I got a lot of decoys. When you first get in it, you're looking for lots of waterfowl so you can hunt them. Then all of a sudden you start to realize, as you get older, how valuable wetlands are. When they were having all the flooding, there was a girl from the Fish and Wildlife that was on. And one of the points that she made, they were saying, well, we're having more violent storms. She said, we're not having more violent storms. What we've done is we've impacted our wetlands, and they were the sponge that took all these water, and they're gone.
Well, yeah, ask the people that are trying to hunt the channelized Mississippi.
Yeah.
It's not the violence of the storms. There's no place for the water to go.
Correct.
Hey, don't move.
They're gonna do it. Oh yeah, here we go. Shoot him.
Hey, keep doing interviews because that worked like a champ.
Yeah, that clearly works. The other guy we've had in the boat with us the last couple of days is Dan DeLawyer, who's a charismatic guy. That may be an understatement.
Now the pick of the litter raffle, you might say, hey, Dan, can you explain to me what that is? I'm glad you asked, of course.
Yeah! He's a spark plug of a guy. And with DU, he's the perfect guy to tie Tom's history and Tom's concern and Tom's care for the traditions of waterfowling with bringing new people to the sport, energizing youth.
We want to show people that not all college kids are doing college kid things. They absolutely care about the things that Ducks Unlimited is doing, and they want to play an active role.
While we all enjoy looking back at the traditions of hunting, at the traditions of waterfowling, it's really important that we look towards the future and that we have charismatic guys like Dan to be out there beating the drum for us.
I'm at the end of the trail. I've done everything I could, and I'm not saying I'm going to stop now, but it's up to the younger generation to carry it on so that 20 years down the road, their kids still have what we have. And if we don't, what we're going to lose is going to be shameful.
When acclimating your gun dog to work out of a boat, Wild Rose Law number 8 applies. Get it right on land before going to the water, unless you're really fond of swimming. Place the boat on a solid surface and teach entry and exit, including a water platform if that's what you intend to use. Next, we move to shallow water. We teach the dog to enter and leave the boat while he's still got his footing. This builds his confidence. Now we're up for a boat ride. We're expecting a still, quiet, and confident behavior. Entry and exit of the boat and deeper water are going to require some assistance. One, you can use a vest for lifting into the boat, or you can use a platform. Teaching your waterfowl retriever to work out of a boat is just another step on the journey to developing a great gun dog. Just remember to take it one step at a time. Success builds upon success.
Duck Dog with Mike Stewart is presented by Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. DUTV is brought to you by Native Nurseries, hand-selected, hand-grown plants for wildlife. Higdon Outdoors, quality, customer service, innovation. That's Higdon. Biologic, scientifically proven wildlife products. Closed captioning for Ducks Unlimited Television is brought to you by Mossy Oak Bottomland, the official timber pattern of Ducks Unlimited.
I remember glory days from my youth. Tom remembers glory days from his youth. And I always think that we always tend to remember things as being better, you know, through the lens of time. In my generation, we all want to have a great dog. We want to get things done in the marsh that makes us proud to be out there, that makes us proud to blow a duck call or carve a decoy. I have a little love affair with my dog, I have to admit. But I'm a pretty big Luther fan. He's been one of my, I think everybody gets one dog in their lifetime, and he's been my lifetime dog, for sure. But I think we have to look and say, what's important to a youth hunter? You know, a youth hunter wants to be out there with his dad, with his neighbors, with his peers. But I think the important thing at the end of the day is you've got to get your kids out there, not just on youth weekend. Get your kids out there and get them with you. Bring their friends.
I believe you should be able to take that kid out for the full experience, opening day. Why wouldn't we? What are we doing wrong that we don't want to bring our kids out hunting with us?
I want to check your work and see how you did here. Pretty good. Looks like this is not the first decoy you painted.
No, but this bird here is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice specimen bird, isn't
it? It is. It's either pine or cedar that I use, but that one's pine. And this one will ride good. See how wide it is? Mm-hmm. The width allows it to ride better on the water.
Rides better on the water. Well, that's pretty special that you can shoot a specimen of a hooded merganser over your own hooded merganser. You don't get to see that very often.
Yeah.
My foot slipped right up.
Coming right in.
Go.
My oldest grandson, I took him out duck hunting. We never took the safe off the gun, and the kid can't wait to go again. That's a good thing. That you just want to be there and enjoy it. Not have to worry about how many you catch or how many you shoot.
We're finding a treasure trove of blessings in this college program that we have. And I'm 48 years old. I'm not the future of Ducks Unlimited at all. And with all due respect, Tom, neither are you.
No,
but the fact of the matter is,
I'm saying.
But the fact of the matter is, you helped to provide a platform for these 20-year-old kids without even realizing it. You were doing that 30 years ago, and it's all coming to fruition now. It certainly is. Being able to take these decoys and utilize them at a Ducks Unlimited function, knowing that somebody is going to get a chance to hunt over these really one-of-a-kind, very unique decoys. It is the highest compliment that you can pay.
Get ready.
The carver. It's the highest compliment that you can pay to the quarry. You cannot tip your hat to them more than to be able to hunt over hand-carved, hand-painted, award-winning decoys.
You have to face reality when you get my age that it ain't gonna last forever. And I've come to that conclusion. You know, I hope I'm in good enough health. I want to see my grandkids graduate from high school and possibly college, so I would be in my 80s. But, you know, I'd like to see that, to go forward. So, but I've had a good life, done good things, had a lot of fun. So, I think too many people can say that. You know, And I carve decoys, so I don't know that either. And a lot of them. That's it. As Bing Crosby would say, that's it, folks.
What a fantastic experience among the wild beauty of the St. Lawrence River. Thanks to Tom Humberstone and his family for their support of Ducks Unlimited and habitat conservation. Special thanks to New York DU volunteers and staff for their hard work in making sure everyone had a great time. Your support of wetlands conservation through the efforts of Ducks Unlimited is much appreciated. See you next time on DU TV.